you guys for all the support that you guys been offering on the channel. If you guys didn't check out a video I done a couple of days ago where I told you guys that it was potentially going to be the last fight of the Spartan Beast's career here on the channel, definitely go check out that video. We've retained our belt, and we put on a dominant show, and yeah, man, pretty good video. Y'all go check it out. But regardless of that, I'm going to be breaking down UFC 276 featuring Israel Adesanya and Jared Cannoneer, okay? So what I want to do is break down all the fights from the main card, and then we're going to showcase the, I guess, two main fights, if you will. So we're going to showcase Volkanovsky and Holloway, and then I might go ahead and do Adesanya and Cannoneer as well. So we're going to start off with Sean O'Malley and Pedro Munoz, okay? I'm going to see if they have them on the roster here. Pretty sure they don't, though. Yeah, so nah, they don't have Sean O'Malley in here, which is kind of disappointing because Sean O'Malley, I mean, he's like, you know, one of the better ones, you know what I'm saying? Like he's up there in terms of, you know, just his overall skill set and everything like that. But regardless of that, so we got Pedro Munoz and Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is coming in at a 320 favorite. I don't see this fight going any differently than that. I think Pedro Munoz was the only one that beat Sean O'Malley the first time. I believe it was because of that injury that Sean O'Malley had in there. I think it went to, or I think he got TKO'd in that only loss of his career. Y'all, you know, can back me up if I'm wrong on that statement there. But I mean, Pedro Munoz, he's a good fighter, you know what I'm saying? I believe he was the only one to hand Sean O'Malley his first loss, but I just don't see Sean O'Malley losing this fight. He's moving on up in the bantamweight rankings. You know, when you got guys like, you know, TJ Dillashaw there, you got guys, I mean, obviously like, you know, Petr Yan and Aljamain Sterling, you know, who's the champion of that division. You know, he's trying to move up there. He's trying to solidify his rankings. So I'm taking Sean O'Malley by TKO. I'm gonna say second round TKO for Sean O'Malley. Moving on to the next fight, I think the Misha Tate and Lauren Murphy fight was canceled. But I mean, if that fight were to happen, I got Misha Tate in that fight. Misha Cupcake Tate, one of Ronda Rousey's like biggest, I guess, like haters or whatever, or like one of her biggest adversaries or whatever. But Misha Tate, UFC champion, former UFC champion. I think she was a Bellator champion or a champion in another promotion. I just would see her winning that fight. Moving on to Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira. To be honest, I don't know, man. They're both favored. Like, I mean, Sean Strickland, he barely edges this fight out, though. It's a 110. It's a negative 110 and a negative 120 on the spread here. I mean, I'm predicting it to be close as well. But I mean, to me, coming off of that big win, I forgot who he was facing. I think it was Hermanson. I think Strickland was facing. I don't remember who he was facing in his last fight, but I got Strickland winning this one by decision just because the spread is so close. It'll drag out to a decision win. I don't think Alex Pereira is gonna, you know, get knocked out. I mean, he's only 5-1 in the promotion so far. But Sean Strickland, he himself even said it in that last fight that he could have done a hell of a lot better. I know a lot of people don't really like Sean Strickland because of his personality, but he's a pretty good fighter. I see him closing this one out by decision. All right. So moving on to this next fight, the co-main event on the card: Max Holloway versus Alexander the Great Volkanovsky. Okay. This fight right here will be a trilogy fight. I want to say that this will be a really good fight here. You know, Alexander the Great Volkanovsky has reigned over the featherweight division for a long time. I was listening to somebody talking about like how many title defenses he has. I think he has like 12 or 13 of them or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the last time he lost a fight, I think somebody said it was like 2011, 2012. So this guy is absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, Max Holloway is no slouch either. I mean, you know, he's put on showcases against, you know, Brian Ortega. He's put on showcases against Calvin Kattar. That time where he was in the octagon yelling, "Oh, I'm the best boxer in the UFC." Like, he was like punching him in the face. He was dodging him. He was talking trash to Joe Rogan and them on the commentator side. But yo, Max Holloway is not a slouch, okay? I think he dropped his last fight, though, against Calvin Kattar. I think Calvin Kattar came back and got his dub against Max Holloway. But yeah, dude, like I said, Max Holloway, no slouch. Former UFC champion, featherweight champion. But that man right there has a lot to say about, you know, Max Holloway coming back for a third time. You know, personally, me, man, I don't even really feel like this fight should have happened. This is kind of like the Conor and, you know, Dustin Poirier fight. I don't feel like, you know, this fight was necessary either, because, you know, when you go down 2-0 to somebody, you know, more oftentimes than not, you're not going to win that third time just because it's gotten into your head like, damn, I've done everything I could against this guy and I can't beat him to save my life. But here's the tale of the tape here. Max Holloway, 3 years younger. 5-inch height advantage, but Volkanovsky has that 2-inch reach advantage there. So we're gonna go on ahead. We're gonna skip to the fight. I don't know, man. I have Volkanovsky winning this one by second round right here. But as far as like the real fight itself goes, I think Max Holloway is gonna put on a show, man. I think he's gonna win the belt. I could be wrong. I mean, Volkanovsky, he's been so good, man, but I feel like Max Holloway at this stage in his career, he's got a lot to prove. But as far as this fight right here, I think Volkanovsky edges him out. I could be wrong. So we're already starting off with a lot of volume striking here. I mean, these guys, man, like I said, these guys are at the top of their division, their respective division in the featherweight. But man, these guys know how to put on a show, man. They really do. I believe this is one of the more stacked cards like we've had in a long time. You know, you got 2 championship fights. You got that Sean O'Malley and Pedro Munoz fight. I mean, man, you got a lot of good fights on this card, man. But like I said, opening up with some striking here early on. Not really a lot of ground attempts going on. I mean, Max doing some good blocking. Volkanovsky keeping his distance, which is pretty respectable. You know, Max Holloway, he's got that 5-inch height advantage, so theoretically he can use his legs. Like, if you guys watch my UFC, you know, career mode fights, I typically make a kickboxer because your legs are longer than your arms, more oftentimes than not. And attacking a man's legs, taking his legs out from under him, can win you the fight. So if I'm Max Holloway, man, I'm attacking his legs, you know, doing some low leg kicks, some oblique kicks, you know what I'm saying, trying to take his legs from under him. Volkanovski's gonna go for a takedown attempt, not gonna happen. Pretty good cage work from Max Holloway there. So far, I feel like Max Holloway is winning. Oh, what a head kick from Max Holloway there, bro. You gotta attack, man. Oh, what a kick. I think it was a jumping cartwheel kick, I think, or a cartwheel kick. But dude, if you ask me who's won this first round, I think it goes to Holloway. Like, it's not even close. Well, it might be close, but like I was saying though, man, you know, I just feel like Holloway he has so much to prove heading into this fight.
Those hands never leave.
You know, so I just feel like, you know, when Max Holloway is on, he is on, bro. Like, you cannot stop him. Same thing with Volkanovsky, though. I'm not taking anything from Volkanovsky, but so far in this fight right here, hey, this is going to Max Holloway here, first round. I mean, Volkanovsky is busted up. He's cut up pretty bad. Max Holloway's face is looking like not too bad. But like I said, man, I feel like, you know, real talk, like in the real fight coming up here this Saturday, I feel like Max Holloway will win this fight. Like I said, I just feel like he has a lot to prove. I feel like a lot of people just don't understand how good of a fighter Max Holloway is. Max Holloway, one of the better featherweights of all time, probably the best featherweight of all time. You know, no disrespect to the Jose Aldos and, you know, anyone else in that featherweight division, but Max Holloway, dude, he's a masterclass fighter. Like, he has the psyche, he has the, you know, the length and, you know, the strength and everything like that. Very good boxer. His ground game is fairly, you know, fairly practiced. So far, he's putting on a masterclass here. As Volkanovsky comes back and says, "Oh no, buddy, I will take your head off if you leave that head open again." Oh man, dude. I mean, so far, Holloway has like 2 or 3 knockdowns against Volkanovsky, and he's using those legs. He's using that reach. I mean, you know, Volkanovsky has the reach advantage here, but make no mistake, Max Holloway is towering over Volkanovsky. Beautiful uppercut there. We're going to go to the ground here, where Volkanovsky, I feel like, has the edge. And that's it. I was wrong here, folks. I thought that Volkanovsky was going to win this fight, like, in the game. I don't think it's going to happen in that dramatic of a fashion this coming up weekend. I think these guys are going to brawl it out. I feel like one thing that Max Holloway should do in this fight, I mean, hell, just do what he was doing here, you know? Being aggressive with his striking. You know, obviously not getting in, you know, Volkanovski's, you know, takedown range. Volkanovski's a really good wrestler. I mean, he's a really good balanced fighter. But, I mean, we've seen that, you know, Ortega had a choke on Volkanovsky, and hell, Volkanovsky got out of it. And that was not no light choke either. You're talking about Brian T. City Ortega here. They call him T. City for a reason, Triangle City. Because he will put your ass in a triangle choke and not even think about it.
So there he is, the man of the moment, celebrating one of the bigger knockout victories of his career. And
oh wow, I forgot to put it on a title fight. Oh, I'm a noob. Anyways, like I said, I still feel like, you know, Max Holloway is going to edge out Volkanovsky. I just feel like it. I have this weird feeling. I have this weird feeling in my bones that says like, yo, you know, like, Crazy Spartan, bro, like, you know, this fight, you know, could go either way between Volkanovsky and Holloway, but like I said, I got Holloway by, I'm gonna go round. You know what? I'm gonna go decision. I'm gonna go Max Holloway by decision. Now, this fight right here, Israel Adesanya versus Jared Cannonier. Okay, so before I start with this fight, let me just say that Israel Adesanya is one of the best fighters in the world. To me, he's the best fighter in the world. Okay, no disrespect to Kamaru Usman, you know, but Israel Adesanya, he's been on a roll, dude. Other than that one loss that he suffered at the hands of Jan Blachowicz trying to, you know, be a 2-division champ, Israel Adesanya's just been dominant, bro. He's literally ran through all these fighters here. I mean, obviously, you know, he's beat guys like Paulo Costa and Kevin Gastelum. He's beat guys like Derek Brunson, Robert Whittaker, Vettori. He's beat the Anderson Silva. I mean, obviously, Anderson Silva was towards the tail end of his career, whatever. But Yoel Romero, he's beat everybody. So now, he has a chance to clean the slate. Okay? If Israel Adesanya wins this fight, make no mistake about it, I feel like he could go up in weight to try and challenge for another belt like he tried to do against Jan Blachowicz. Do I think he's going to do that? Nah, I don't think he's going to do that. I mean, you got surging, you know, middleweights, you know, coming up in the rankings, so I mean, maybe he finds some new blood to face. If Jared Cannoneer can pull off this upset, it will be one of the bigger ones of the year. Probably not the biggest one, but it will be one of the bigger ones of the year. But if you're Cannoneer, you know, this win will solidify you, man. Like, it will bolster your rankings, you know, all time. You know, the fact that you beat one of the greater ones to ever do it. But I mean, you know, a lot of people don't understand that Jared Cannoneer used to be a light heavyweight. Yeah, he used to be a light heavyweight. He has power. He has the aggressiveness. But I mean, at the end of the day, this guy right here, Israel, the last style bender out of Adesanya, I mean, he is the prototypical, like, badass middleweight. You know what I'm saying? He's got long legs, long arms. You know, he's got knockout power. Don't get me wrong now. I mean, we've seen him knock out some guys. I mean, but he's just ran through the division, like I said. I mean, you could argue, like, oh, he has to face the guy like Cannoneer. I mean, bro. Kevin Gastelum, that fight, the last fight between him and Adesanya, when they both were in the cage, like, and they, you know, were both busted up, like, Izzy's eye was looking rough. I mean, that fight was crazy. 5-year age difference, more than like 4 inches in height for Izzy, 3-inch reach advantage for Izzy as well. This fight is going to be a good one, but like I said, man, that Gastelum fight, the last one between him and Izzy, was like one of the better fights I've ever seen in my life. And then obviously the Robert Whittaker fights, you know, the Vettori fights. I mean, Izzy himself even said he got bored in that last one as he gets knocked down here early. But you know it's bad when you get bored in the octagon fighting somebody because you're just that much better than they are. But this fight right here, I mean, if you're Jared Cannoneer, You cannot afford to get in Izzy's strike range, okay? The simple fact of the matter is that, I mean, he has the height advantage. He has the reach advantage, you know what I'm saying? Izzy is very technical. He is very flashy with his striking, and that is something you cannot afford to mess with, okay? So if you're Cannoneer, you know, you're going in there, you're attacking his legs. You know, you're not trying to go to the ground with Izzy. I mean, you know, so... I mean, that's just things that Cannoneer can do. As far as, like, Israel Adesanya, he just needs to do what he's been doing, man. He's been putting people to sleep. You know, he's been a very technical striker, very phenomenal kickboxer. Can handle his own on the ground as well, but I feel like Israel Adesanya will win this fight. Like, both in the game right here, right now, as well as, you know, coming up Saturday. I just feel like he's at the stage in his career where, you know, he's looking so good, man. Like, you know, you can say what you want about Israel Adesanya, you know, oh, he's so skinny, like, Bro, I mean, look at Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, you know, him and Israel Adesanya have the same build, and look what happened to, you know, Anderson Silva. Had a very long career. I mean, obviously, you know, Father Time is undefeated, but Israel Adesanya, he's looking good right now. I don't see him, you know, losing anytime soon. You know, he got knocked down early in the first round, and he was just, you know, rocked there by Cannoneer. But so far, if you ask me, I feel like Cannoneer took this first round right here against Izzy. But make no mistake, I feel like Israel Adesanya will bounce back.
Maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike in the night. Oh, he just hurt him. He just hurt him.
I wanted to do something a little different for this video right here. I was going to do a who would win video since we haven't done one of those in a while, but I kind of figured, you know, since we have a full fight card coming up this weekend, why not break down all the fights in the main card and, you know, give you guys my predictions, my opinions. I actually need to start doing, like, my picks. So, back in the day, me and Cam Stradamus, a.k.a. Killer Cam, a.k.a. 1/3 of the No Overtime podcast, which we haven't done one in, I couldn't tell you guys how long. We got 4 people watching the video. What's up? Appreciate everybody stopping by. But, yeah, we used to do NFL picks, and I think I might start doing them again with him whenever the NFL season opens up. But, yeah, I need to start doing my picks as far as UFC fights go. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, maybe I might start a podcast, you know, of my own. I've had the idea from several people that I should do a podcast. You know, I'm working on getting some podcast equipment now. So we'll see what happens, man. I would love to, you know, do a podcast, but yeah, I'm gonna start doing my picks as far as like UFC fights go. I guess since we're, you know, at the midway part of the year, I can start my picks here and then work my way towards December, where we'll end our picks, and then we'll do them in a 6-month span. As Israel gets knocked down again, second or third time of this fight has been knocked down. But yeah, dude, I mean, so far, this is what Cannoneer needs to do. He needs to use that power in short bursts because, like I said, he cannot go in there and think he's gonna, you know, outstrike Adesanya. I mean, so far, Adesanya's getting busted up, make no mistake, but it's all because of that power. Cannoneer is very powerful. He's a new fighter that Adesanya's never faced before. But, oh my God. It might be over here. Uh-oh. It's not looking good for Adesanya, man. He's lost this round. He's lost the first round, so he's got to come back, bro. He's got to come back. We've seen stranger things happen here on the channel. You know, we've seen guys like literally get their asses kicked in the first 2 rounds, and then like, you know, he's about to get knocked out in the 3rd round, and all of a sudden the other guy can't finish, and then the guy getting his ass kicked knocks out the other one. Excuse my language, but yeah, dude, so far Cannoneer is winning this fight, and it's not even close. I mean, both of them are like getting beat up and stuff like that, but dude, Izzy is taking so much damage over that right eye there. Like, it's not looking good for Adesanya, man. He's lost the first 2 rounds, but we'll see what happens here heading into round 3.
He's done. What a fight!
A near perfect strike to end the fight and end the night for his opponent, who candidly,
like I said, crazier things have happened.
So just the way he drew it up,
Crazier things have happened, man. Do I think this will happen in the real fight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Izzy goes in for that upper kick there. Cannoneer just says, no, no, no. You're about to get sit down, buddy. And Izzy Adesanya loses his belt on the game. Crazy.
Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC middleweight champion.
Shout out to Cannoneer though, man. Do I think it's gonna happen like that? Nah. I think Israel Adesanya will. I think it'll be around. I think it'll be a round 4 knockout for Israel Adesanya heading into Saturday, but we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, stranger things have happened. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video here where we broke down all the UFC fights. Y'all drop a like, y'all subscribe, make sure your notifications are turned on so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. You guys, we're so close to, you know, October here. Obviously, October, I think it's like October 26th or October 27th or something like that. You know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 comes out. I will be picking that game up. You know, we'll do a campaign walkthrough on it. You know, so definitely, you know, got some good stuff coming up here. Maybe I might pick up God of War this year. Who knows? God of War Ragnarok. That's going to be another good game. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. If y'all did, y'all drop a like, y'all subscribe. Make sure the notifications are turned on because we're going to be dropping videos this week, so you don't want to miss out. But other than that, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, always have that Mamba mentality, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace out.